गीतरसिके सुगुणालये संगीतरसिके सुगुणालये हे देवी सरस्वती सदये गीतरसिके सुगुणालये श्रीकृष्ण वेणुगान रागताल भाव मोहरास गीत रसिके सुगुणालये In this beautiful Kalyani composition, Sri Oothukadu Venkatakavi praises Goddess Saraswati as the one who enjoys the melody, rhythm and the soulful Geetam, the song that emanates from the flute of Lord Krishna. Geetam, in simple word, means song. In Carnatic music, let us try to understand what Geetam means. In Carnatic music, Geetam signifies a particular type of composition. The union of music or the swaras with the words or the sahityam can be called as Geetam. A learner of Carnatic music or the students, after a course in the preliminary swara exercises like the Sarali Varisai, Jantai Varisai, Dhat Varisai, etc., are then taught Geetams, through which they are introduced into singing sahityam for a given set of swaras. Geetams are set in simple talams with uniform tempo, and the music of Geetam is just a melodic extension of the ragam in which it is set. Thus, a learner gets an introduction or an acquaintance with a simple talam as well as the crux or the essence of the raga. So, the basic fundamentals, ragam and talam, are thus introduced through Geetams. In the Geetas, for each count of the talam, there will be a corresponding swara. Let me show you an example. Take the famous Geetam Sri Gananatha. Now the talam of the Geetam is Rupaka talam, which is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for this Rupaka talam, for each count of the Rupaka talam, there will be a corresponding swara in that Geetam. Ma pa da sa sa ri ri sa da pa ma pa, and so on and so forth. Also, like I said, the swaras will have their corresponding sahityas. So the sahityam for these two lines, let me sing. Shri Gananatha Sindhura Varna, and so on. Let us try to understand the structure of Geetams. Though Geetams do not have sections like Pallavi, Anupallavi and Charanam as in Kritis, they do have sections called Kandikas. There can be 2 or 3 sections of Kandikas. How do we sing Geetam? We start off by singing the Arohanam and Avarohanam of the ragam in which the Geetam is set. Then we mention the talam of the Geetam, and then we start singing the swaram by putting the talam. After we sing the last line of the swaram, we start off with the sahityam for the same set of swaras. And at the end of singing the sahityam, we conclude by repeating a portion of the opening part of the sahityam. Since Geetas are just an introduction into singing ragam with talam and sahityam, we don't have any sangatis or improvisation or embellishments like that we have in Kritis. In fact, we don't even have too many gamakas. They are just simple set of swaras for which we have simple set of sahityam. They are standard. Now let us go for the types of Geetas. The first type of Geetas are called Sanchari Geetas or Samanya Geetas. These are simple Geetas, usually in praise of gods or musical luminaries. There are no sangatis, like I said, no intricate sangatis, no gamakas, too many gamakas, and the flow of music is natural. Sometimes meaningless phrases like for example in the Arabi Geetam, Re Re Shri Rama, that Re Re is a meaningless phrase, but it adds a characteristic beauty to that Geetam. Sometimes famous shlokas are introduced into the Gitas. For example, in the Bhairavi Gitam, Shri Rama Chandra Shuta Parijata. In this, also, like I mentioned before, there is Ekakshara Kalam, that is one swara per count of talam in these Gitas. Again, in Sanchari Gitas, there are a few types. The first type is called Pillari Gitas. These Pillari Gitas are the set of Gitas composed by Sri Purandaradasa. And these are in praise of gods like Vigneshwara, Maheshwara, or Lord Vishnu. For example, the famous Gitam Padumanabha Parama Purusha, that one, and Kunda Gaura Gauri Vara or Sri Gananatha itself. These are all Pillari Gitas. They are composed by Purandaradasa. And then the second type of Sanchari Gita, or the Ganaraga Gita. These are Gitams composed in Ganaragas. Ganaragas, as in ragas which have a lot of gamakas and kampitas, oscillations and shakes. And these ragas have a lot of scope for improvisation or creative singing, manodharma, more scope for manodharma. So these raga are called as Ganaragas, and the Gitas set in these ragas are called Ganaraga Gitas. For example, a raga like Natai or Gaulai or Arabi, these are all Ganaragas, and the Gitas set in this raga. For example, the famous Gitam Meenakshi Jaya Kamakshi is a Ganaraga Gitam in the ragam Sri Ragam. Okay, so the next type of Gitam, Sanchari Gitam, is the Rakti Raga Gitam. Rakti Ragas are ragas which actually means delightful ragas. Rakti Ragas, they are developed based on, not based on their scale or Arohanam and Avrohanam. They are mostly based on the phrases of the ragam. For example, the ragam Ananda Bhairavi or Riti Gaulai or Sahana, these are all Rakti Ragas. So mostly the ragam is based on the phrases rather than the scale of the ragam. So the Gitas which are set in Rakti Ragas are called Rakti Raga Gita. For example, Kamala Sulochana Vimala Tadagini is a Gitam in the ragam Ananda Bhairavi, which is a Rakti Raga. There are also Ragamalika Gitams. That is, same Gitam will have different ragas. Major composers of Sanchari Gitas are, of course, Sri Purandaradasa, and another prolific composer of Gitams is Sri Paidala Gurumurthy Shastri. He has composed the famous Saptatala Gitam. For his contribution to Gitams, he is referred as Vei Gitamala Paidala Gurumurthy Shastri. And of course, there is Govindacharya, Sri Govindacharya, and Sri Venkatamaki, etc. Now let us go for the next type of Gitam, which is called as Lakshana Gitam. Lakshana Gitas are Gitas whose Sahityam describe the Lakshana or the characteristic of the ragam in which the Gitam is set. So the Lakshana Gitam describes the following things about the ragam. What are the Arohanam and Avarohanam of the ragam? Whether the ragam is a Melakarta or a primary ragam, or whether it is a Janya or derived ragam. How many swaras are there in the Arohanam, Avarohanam, whether it is 5 swaras, that is Audava swara, or 6 swaras, Shadava swaras, or all the 7 swaras it can have, which means Sampurna swaram. So all these things are described. And then the classification of the ragam, like Bhashanga, Upanga classification. Bhashanga ragam is a ragam which has a foreign note. Upanga, which doesn't have a foreign note. So, I mean, the ragam, whether it falls in this category or that. And whether the ragam has a Vakra Prayogam, Vakra Sancharam, that is zigzag Arohanam. Whether the ragam has any Varja swaras or missing swaras. What are the Jiva swaras or the essential swaras? Core swaras of the ragam. The Nyasa swaram, the ending swaram for that ragam. Or the Graha swaram, the starting swaram for that ragam, particular ragam. All these are all mentioned in the Sahityam of the Geetam itself. Isn't it interesting? It will also contain a small Deva Stuti or a small prayer to a god. So, famous composers of Lakshana Geetam are again Sri Paidala Gurumurthy Shastri, Sri Venkatamaki, etc. An example for Lakshana Geetam is the Lakshana Geetam in the Ragam Kedara Gaule, set to Tisrajati Tripurtalam. Srinath Guru Che Manobishta Balagure. So let's just quickly recap the types of Geetams. First type is the Sanchari Geetam or Samanya Geetam, which is again divided into Pillari Geetams, Kanaraga Geetam, Rakti Raga Geetam and Ragamalika Geetam. The second type is the Lakshana Geetam. So I hope this explanation about Geetam was useful for you. Thank you.
Do subscribe to my channel, and also you can check out my webpage, the link of which is given in the description below. Thank you.